The rights of Canadians to freely hold and express beliefs are being eroded at an alarming speed under the Trudeau government. Some of its recent decisions even require that Canadians renounce their most deeply held moral convictions and express opinions they disagree with. In 2018, the Liberal government denied summer job funding to organizations, including charities, that would not sign an attestation supporting abortion. It also passed Bill C-16 as part of a trend to force Canadians to express support for the existence of various gender identities beyond the biological categories of male and female, and to use pronouns demanded by those who identify with these other genders. In addition to these assaults on conscience, the government launched a series of regulatory attacks on free speech on the internet and is pressuring social media companies, which are already censoring speech that isn't politically correct, to crack down even more. It is also considering bringing back Section 13 of the Canadian Human Rights Act. This hate speech provision was repealed by the Conservative government in 2013 because it was being used arbitrarily to censor statements that offended some people on the internet. In what appears to be a first step towards restricting our right to criticize some religions, it adopted M103, a motion that condemns religious discrimination but only specifically mentions one religion, Islam, and without defining the term Islamophobia. Finally, on university campuses, a growing number of faculty and administrators, those who should be fighting for open debate of controversial ideas, have become aggressive advocates for censorship. History and social scientific research shows that freedom of conscience and freedom of expression, when maximally protected, advance the intellectual life of a nation, foster greater ideological diversity and societal understanding, and nurture other freedoms necessary for a successful democracy. This is why Section 2 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees citizens freedom of conscience and religion, as well as freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including freedom of the press and other media of communication. What some people find politically incorrect, offensive, or even hateful cannot serve as the legal basis for discrimination and censorship. Canadians should be able to enjoy maximum freedom of conscience and expression as guaranteed in Section 2 of the Charter. A People's Party government will restrict the definition of hate speech in the criminal code to expression which explicitly advocates the use of force against identifiable groups or persons based on protected criteria such as religion, race, ethnicity, sex, or sexual orientation. Repeal any existing legislation or regulation curtailing free speech on the internet, and prevent the reinstatement of Section 13 of the Canadian Human Rights Act. Repeal C-16 and M103. Ensure that Canadians can exercise their freedom of conscience to its fullest extent, as it is intended under the Charter, and are not discriminated against because of their moral convictions. Withhold federal funding from any post-secondary institution shown to be violating the freedom of expression of its students or faculty.